Welcome to St. Lucie Public Schools Transportation Department, Employee Training and Development. This training session will outline random drug and alcohol testing. The purpose of this training is to outline the expectations when you are called for a random drug or alcohol test. If you would like more information on this policy, you can access it on our SLPS website, SLPS Board Policy P01124.01, Drug and Alcohol Testing. Or you can speak with an administrator or your manager as well.
Random policies. St. Lucie Public Schools Board Policy P01124.01, Drug and Alcohol Testing. Purpose and intent. The school board must ensure that employees are fit to perform their duties. The need to protect the safety and welfare of employees, students, and the public is furthered by achieving and maintaining a drug-free workplace. The board cannot condone the possession of, use of alcohol, illegal drugs, narcotics, or prescription drugs inconsistent with applicable law, sound medical practice, or workplace safety. All drug and alcohol testing shall be conducted in compliance with all applicable federal and state statutes, laws, rules, and regulations. Prohibited acts. As a condition of continued employment, all employees are prohibited from possessing, consuming, reporting to work, or working with the presence of alcohol or drugs in their bodies in contravention of any federal or state statute, law, rule, or regulation governing the drug-free workplace or workplace safety. An employee who is in possession of or consumes alcohol or illegal drugs while on duty will be discharged for the first offense and possibly denied of eligibility for workman's compensation and indemnity benefits in accordance with governing law. Random process. The school district reserves the right to require random drug testing of employees who are subject to the United States Department of Transportation regulations or other federal or state statutes that provide for random drug testing. For random testing, individuals will be selected by a random number generating computer program. Such testing will be conducted periodically throughout the year. When you are called for randoms, drug and alcohol testing, you will be contacted when chosen for a random drug or alcohol test. You are required to report directly to where instructed. You can be called to any compound. Samples are taken on site at a compound or a local medical facility. You must remain on site until you are called for your testing. You will need to follow all instructions given at the time of testing. Reasonable suspicion policy. Procedures and requirements. Drug and alcohol testing is required in the following situations: when there is a reasonable suspicion, when follow-up drug testing is appropriate, when the employee is in a safety-sensitive position, including driving school district vehicles, when testing is required by state or federal law or regulation, and applicants prior to employment. For purposes of this policy, reasonable suspicion drug testing means testing based on a belief drawn from a specific or objective and articulable facts and reasonable inferences drawn from those facts that an employee is using or has used alcohol or drugs in violation of the board's policy. Such facts may include, but are not limited to, observable phenomena while at work, such as direct observation of alcohol or drug use, or of the physical symptoms or manifestations of being under the influence of alcohol or a drug. Abnormal conduct or erratic behavior while at work, or a significant deterioration in work performance. A report of alcohol or drug use provided by a reliable and credible source. Evidence that an individual has tampered with an alcohol or drug test during their employment. Information that an employee has caused or contributed to an accident while at work. Evidence that an employee has used, possessed, sold, solicited, or transferred drugs or attempted to use, possess, sell, solicit, or transfer drugs. Common questions and answers. I already had a doctor's appointment scheduled. Random testing is mandatory. If you do not report, you will be placed under review for termination of employment. Can I go to my appointment and then come back for the test? No, you must report as directed. I don't have to use the bathroom. Can I go to lunch and come back? No, you must remain on site until your testing is complete. In case you missed it, let's review. Drug and alcohol testing is a condition of your employment. Refusal to adhere to the drug alcohol testing policy will result in termination of employment. You must report as directed and follow all instructions given. You must remain on site until you have completed your test. The reasonable suspicion policy allows an employer to conduct a drug alcohol test. A positive drug alcohol test will result in termination of employment. If you would like more information on this policy, you can access it on the St. Lucie Public Schools website.
All staff will be held accountable to meet all the expectations set forth by the Transportation Management Team. Failure to meet these expectations may result in disciplinary action, up to and including termination of employment. Thank you. Your training is now complete. If you have any questions about this training or any other training, please speak with your immediate manager.